stocks backpack blowers here? Leaf blower, anyone stock leaf blowers? Again, we'll just touch on these quickly. There is a 24 volt leaf blower, but that's quite a lightweight, easy to use. I wouldn't say it has the kind of airspeed or wind speed to tackle large areas of lawn, but if you're doing lawn cutting, or if you just want to clear out the back of a truck, or just take off the occasional bit of leaf fall, the 24 volt will do it. With a 48 volt, that packs 120 miles per hour wind speed. The Greenworks blowers are all axial blowers. They've all got lock-off trigger. That's on the lower setting. They've got a turbo button on the top to give you more acceleration when you need it. That turbo button is a real asset. It means you're not going to draw the battery down, because I'll be the first to admit, when it comes to leaf blowers, these have a big pull on your batteries. So even on the 48 volt battery, 4 amp hours, you're up to, I would say, 20 minutes of consecutive blow time before you need to recharge. It's purely because the output, you need that volume of output for the tool to perform, but that obviously that's going to draw down your batteries quicker. But the virtue is, when you take your finger off the trigger, you're not using the tool. So it's not idling like a two-stroke would. And performance-wise, I think it's fantastic. I think it's deceptively powerful. And I think there's two tools that everyone likes using. It's pressure washers and leaf blowers. There's something inherently satisfying about clearing down areas. And I know you all want to have a go on this, but you can have a go on in a minute. But in terms of what it's given me, I've got plenty of power. It's portable, it's practical, it's beautifully balanced. If you want to have a play around with that amongst yourselves, you'll see it's got a real nice balance to it. So that's the 48 volts. The 60 volt, this is what I have at home. I think this is ferociously powerful, and again, beautifully balanced as well. A lot of similarities in shape and size, just slightly bit bigger on the 60 volts. The battery's at the back here to balance the weight. But again, low setting, turbo button. Mark, just step forward. It's very hard to see wind speed, isn't it? It's very hard to see. See how pretty. 140 miles. 140 miles an hour of wind speed. Great for playtime and practical applications as well. Loads of scope, loads of range on that. On a 6 amp hour battery, I could keep blowing for about 40 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes. Obviously, depending on how much to press the turbo button, and just like my lawnmowers, I've got a turbo button. I'm not just going to leave it there. I'm going to use it, but it makes a huge difference. So I asked, this is where Mark was last night. It was down here, wasn't it? Have you tidied up after yourself? But you see the volume of material I can lift. And as an end user and as a landscaper, you never know what you're going to find in a pile of leaves, especially come the winter months, wet leaves sitting on the ground. You don't want to put your hands in there. In terms of practical performance to your consumer, your customer, again, making things easier, no cords, no cable, no fuel. I don't think many domestic gardeners would keep a petrol blower in their shed, but I do feel that they would be happy to use battery power performance for a tool of that nature, just making it more accessible. But then we take that 60 volt battery and we can chuck it into our backpack blower. I mean, you've seen how the blowers operate. Again, the same airspeed, 139 miles an hour between this and this. But from an end user standpoint, if you're a semi-trade or a large area like this is really comfortable. I can barely notice it's on my back, unlike a petrol engine, which I used to feel quite a lot. This is the one tool that's made a massive difference to me as a landscaper and a gardener, because I've got the power and performance, and I've also got the comfort as well, but I'm not having to compromise on run time and longevity. You've also got the option for a 48 volt leaf blower. In fact, they are working on a 60 volt version of that as well, so you can collect and mulch those leaves as well. And again, timeless seasonality of these kind of tools now, they're again what customers, gardeners, landscapers are going to be buying as a distressed purchase. So offering it out in the cordless tool gives you a real advantage. Thanks, Mark. You just plug those in?
Yeah.
This one's got 2 speed settings. It's also got a speed throttle. You don't always need full power, but you always need full power. But the scope to be able to go around and collect. You know how leaf back works. Again, at the moment, this is only on the 48 volt platform. I think it's pretty impressive to get that level of capability from that style of battery across all the tools that we've seen, but also this tool in particular works both as a blower and as a mulcher, as a vac mulcher, because it's going up, going through the impellers and then being mulched down. If I want it as a blower function, I remove the larger funnel, withdraw this, and I put the smaller funnel on the front. So I've got two tools in one. Again, from a consumer standpoint, value, usability, ergonomics, all taken into consideration as well.